Yep.
Right, we're back again with another broken car, aren't we, JJ?
Not another one.
Not another one! It's a Caddy, and it wants some injector seals because...
She doesn't start.
She don't start.
Takes about 2 minutes to start.
So, we're going to follow the Dark Side Development manual and fit some injector seals, aren't we, JJ?
Yep.
And there she is, a whole 75 horsepower SDI Volkswagen engine.
Knee turbo.
Knee turbo. She ain't got no turbo. So, injectors under this rocker cover. Take the cam cover off. Oh, your little bolts on the side. And then, poop, we'll show the injectors. You can see Jay's just got the cam cover off, which will reveal all your cam belt all down that side. Just got to get that off because it obviously sits over this edge here of your cam cover. They will keep going in. And tip her upside down and put it out of the way.
Shit dark.
Yeah, it is dark, isn't it?
Real dark.
And here are your injectors.
That is some watery oil.
Probably could do with an oil change. I should say if they're leaking though, it's diluting the oil, isn't it?
Probably.
So you got your injector plugs just there, which are extremely brittle. So we are going to change them as well. Take the plugs off if you like.
How do you take them off?
And just pull them.
For what?
The plug.
Just slide that off.
You've got 2 bolts and you pull it all that.
Pretty cool. Is the angle of that alright?
Yeah.
Can you see me?
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Oh. This is the tool I was just using. It focuses. There you go. Good job.
So, as you can see, Jay has just removed the injector wiring loom. And what it does...
There's, just to say, there's 2 clips either side, there and there, which stop it coming through the gaps on the head, where the loom slides through. So you need to pinch the clips in, like that, push it through. And as Roy was saying, when you take the plugs off of the injectors, you can clip them onto it, just like that, so that they slide through the head easier.
It holds it in place.
Oui.
Oui. So, while he was doing that, I just cracked off the rocker bolts and all the injectors. So obviously these 2 are out, that one's out. Just going to get the rest of them out. Alright, so now you're repositioned nicely. You can see, obviously I've slackened these M10s off and now I'm just winding them out by hand. Always get a bit, like, nervous doing these. Oh, I don't want to snap. Obviously not really now because I've slackened them, but... So, just laid out the rockers, both there, so left and right, so we know which way that you go back on. Now you can see your cam properly and all your injectors. So your cam can restrict you getting your injectors out. Your lobe is facing the wrong way. That one might be a bit difficult. The rest should be alright, but That can restrict you a little bit, but other than that, fairly nice job to do, isn't it, JJ?
Then I've never done it.
Nerve-wracking, aren't they?
Yeah.
It just feels like it's going to snap, doesn't it?
It does, because it like bends and then
Yeah.
goes.
It's horrid.
Got one out. I'll try and do the others.
Right. Boy, you farted, you dirty bastard. Right. Let's
Just a little love puff.
one at a time. Take it over here. We'll bring them with us. Come with us to our new clean workbench. And here we have diesel injector number 4. And if you can see, that injector seal,
She's knackered.
she's knackered. That sounds alright. That sounds not. We've got a full injector kit and wiring loom from Dark Side Developments. Like I say, they actually sent over a manual to do it as well, so if you didn't know, you could read the manual. But for us, well, we're using it for torque settings.
Does the manual show you how to get them out of the engine or just how to fit the injectors?
Yeah, so obviously, the way we done it, or Jay on 3 of them, was a set of mole grips, wiggle, 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 and pull.
So if you come over to here, you can.
But there is special tools to get slide hammer in there. But obviously, we're portraying how a DIY techie does it.
So the end bit where your plug goes onto is very much plastic. Whereas if you can get onto this bit with a pair of mole grips, then you can wiggle, wiggle, wiggle and pull up. And it eventually, as shown, it will come up. You just need a little bit of persistence, because that was horrible. And I've done a few sets of injectors now, and that's probably, I wouldn't say it wasn't like awful.
No, it's definitely the worst. I've done
You just got to keep going at it though.
I've done a fucking F-Type V8.
A what?
F-Type V8.
To be fair, I watched you do the F-Type
That's
V8.
horrible. That got the engine out to get them out.
Yeah.
But at least he's, like I say, he wiggled, and then that actually come up eventually. But
And we have actually had a look at all of them, haven't we?
yeah.
So we have had a look at all of the injectors, and the seals all look like that.
So
The fault for us was it was intermittent starting, weren't it? It would eventually start, but
After
it
about
would
a
just
minute.
turn over. And after about a minute, like Rice says, it will eventually strike up. And we believe that the injector seals are the problem. So
That's
hopefully
what
it'll
we've got.
fit.
So let's change them over one by one. Get the injectors back in. Torqued up. Test it.
Test that.
Before it gets dark. Right, so we've changed all the injector seals over, as you can see, and now we've got them seated back in. Just going to tighten up the injector clamp bolts and then put the rockers back on and set them all up with a preload. Right, so with all the technical information, obviously you can see Dark Side Developments. They'll send you a replacement guide which gives you every bit of detail and come in to replace them. So we're just going to use them for the torque settings. So once we find them, we'll get it all torqued up. So what we're doing, we're torquing these down to 12 Newton meters and then a further 3/4 of a turn. Believe it or not, this bad boy does go down to 12. So They should all be torqued to spec. You can do it in multiple rotations, 3/4 of a turn. It don't have to be on one full rotation. It does say that in the Dark Side Development Manual. So for any YouTube mechanic warriors out there that tell us it's wrong, you can go and fuck yourself.
Now that Rye's got them all torqued up, I'm going to go ahead and throw the new lumen. I don't know if it's said already, but the reason that we're replacing this is the old ones get a bit brittle, so it's better to just replace it. Once you've got the loom threaded through, you just want to take your little plugs. So you've folded it, loom over.
It's very dark in there. There we go.
Into the plug.
Give
it a little wiggle. Just like that. And the same with all of them. 2 10mm are in, holding the plug onto the side of the head. Rye is now just going to adjust the rockers. What's the reason for adjusting the rockers, mate?
We've got to bolt the rockers down and torque them up. And then, on here, you've got an adjustable rocker. So you've got a pin in the middle, then this little securing bolt. So what you need to do is get your injector on full compression. So you'll see when we turn the engine over, the injector will compress, the spring will compress fully. You then need to nip the 6mm up as tight as it will go and wind it back half a revolution, so 180 degrees, and then tighten this locking nut up. And then that's your injector preload set and everything like that. And it's ready to rock and roll up the road. So Jay's just going to torque the rocker cover down, and it's only 20 Newton meters plus 90 degrees. And there is a sequence, so it's the middle of each rockers and then the outers. So they're all torqued up, aren't they, JJ?
They are. And you notice I didn't do a full quarter turn. It's because I don't trust it.
Because we're pussy faggers. So now all we've got to do, like I say, is turn the engine over, get them so they're on full compression, which it looks like that one might be. So basically you'll see it go down, then stop, it'll hover for a little bit, and then before it starts coming back up, so then we'll adjust it at that. And Bob will be your uncle, Fanny will be your aunt, won't you?
Oui.
Oui, oui.
I've been nominated the great job to turn the crank.
That means then on the floor.
Yep.
So when Jay gets nice and comfy and finds his way around, well then, you'll be able to see injectors compress. I think this one's the only one full compression. Slowly, slowly. Yeah. Just go around a tiny bit more. Yeah. Right, so as you can see, this spring is now fully compressed and hasn't gone up yet. So what we're going to do is slacken off your center locking pin. You need to screw this down and you'll feel a lot of friction. Not friction, but resistance. Then you need to back it off 180 degrees. And then tighten up your locking pin. So I just need to 18 knots on it. But what you got to watch out for is that your centre 6mm Allen key doesn't move while you're tightening the 18 up. So that is cylinder 4 done. That's them all set up. So now it's just a job of getting the rocker cover back on, cam cover, and running it up. You alright, mate? So rocker cover's back on. cam belt cover is back on. Yeah, he's just giving it a double once over. And then we're ready to see if it starts.
And that is another video done on the TwoTechs channel. I had a lot of fun doing this one, to be quite honest with you, because I haven't really done any work on any VAG products. And it's a good thing to learn, especially considering it's not common rail. So a lot of different stuff that I have no idea about. So I enjoyed it. Rye's been a VAG tech for how many years have you been a VAG tech?
6, 7 years, I think. But you just said you've never worked on VAG before.
I haven't. Well, other than the goal.
Other than the race car. But it's another car fix. It's another car we've done. It's a subscriber's car, so it's mega. And it starts straight away. So, another video done. Please like, subscribe. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you
In the next one.